Heck, oh, look at that. I've got the streaming computer all set up, right? But I forgot to set up the gaming computer. Hey, g'day out there in Twitchland. How are we doing this fine Sunday evening? Sunday evening means that there's been a lot of rugby on. I just have a real busy weekend. I haven't seen all the rugby from the weekend, so I can't talk about all of the rugby from the weekend, I'm afraid to say. But I can talk about the All Blacks game and the South African game. All Blacks versus Wales. Yeah, it's kind of good. I'm really upset with the way that the New Zealand public, maybe. I mean, I don't know the whole New Zealand public. I'm not even there really getting the sentiment of the New Zealand public. But I am paying attention to New Zealand media, New Zealand rugby media. And they are not happy with the New Zealand rugby team. They lost one game on this August tour, the autumn tours. One game, they lost to England, a very good side, and they got ripped to shreds. They won against everyone else, including a great game against Ireland here in the States. They are not perhaps firing at their very best, but they still won 3 out of 4 games or 4 out of 5 games. Yeah, come on. Anyway, having lost the game last weekend to England, that meant that they could no longer win the Grand Slam, which is to beat England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales on one tour. Media does love drama, Alicia. You're dead right there. But these are ex-All Black players who are complaining like this, like they never lost a match. So anyway, the Grand Slam slipped away, and consequently, we were able to run a whole bunch of changes in the Welsh match, let a whole bunch of people play who were not perhaps considered the very best, but are the future in their positions, and it was really good to see some of the youth get a run. Now, I mean, Cam Roigard wasn't there, and he is the youth as well, but he's clearly our number one halfback, even with that. It was good for Radimer and Finlay Christie to get a run, because they've been there on the whole tour. They haven't played any rugby. They've been there for the whole tour and have not played any rugby. They'd be better off being over in the All Blacks 15, like the second 15 side. They would have got a chance to run on then. Instead, they're the third strings on the main side instead of being the fourth strings, which got to go and actually play games for the second team. They just sat around and did nothing. Carried people's bags anyway. The Wales game was a good game. It didn't start out great, but got better as they went along. And a lot of that is that they had players in there who haven't necessarily seen a lot of rugby, and we're knocking some of the rust out. Even Damien McKenzie, who is a good 10, I would never be my starting 10, and that's more to do with his mercurial volatility than his talent. He's certainly very talented, but he's not stable enough for me as a starting number 10. Anyway, he got a run at 10, starting 10, and he hasn't had an opportunity to do that an awful lot. So he's knocking some rust out as well, even though he's had a lot of time. And then, oh my God, the South Africa-Ireland game. I just finished watching that. Holy buckets. Crazy. Ireland got 5 cards during that match. One of them was a yellow card that got upgraded to a red, so that's a 20-minute card, and the other 4 were 10-minute cards. It's 60 minutes of playing time on players on the field that got taken away in that game, which is less than South Africa got taken away with a red card early in the game last week and the week before. I thought both of those were not justified. However, there was a tackle early on in this game which was willfully reckless, I felt. And because I would say because they got penalties last week and the week before for things that perhaps they shouldn't have, like red cards, straight red cards. Now, a straight red card, when the referee gives a red card on the field, that means that player is gone for the match, and you cannot replace him at all. So you play the whole rest of the match, one man short. If you give a yellow card that gets reviewed and that yellow card gets upgraded to a red card, then that's a 20-minute red card. So you go without a player for 20 minutes, and then after that, you can replace him. Now, that player is not allowed to come back, but you can replace him at least. So if it's an upgraded card, a card that gets upgraded to a red card, then you only lose a player for 20 minutes, which is what happened to Ireland this weekend. Yesterday, I suppose that's still this weekend. Whereas South Africa last week and the week before, they got straight reds on the field. And I didn't think either of those were red cards at all, let alone straight reds. So the fact that they got away with one that absolutely should have been a yellow card early in this game, and that turned the tide. And then, so yellow card that didn't get called and should have been, and then a yellow card to the Irish, which was absolutely a yellow card, and I'm not at all surprised it was upgraded to a red card. It's his own stupid bloody fault. He got what he deserved there. Lucky it wasn't an on-field red, because Ireland would have been in really big trouble then. But at one point, they're down to 12 players. What kind of game of rugby is this? But there was a possibility. There was a possibility right there at the end that they actually could have come back. Crazy. Not a game I'd recommend watching, though. The weekend previous, best match of the weekend previous, Scotland versus Argentina. If you want a game to watch from in the last little bit, Scotland versus Argentina. Now, I got a couple of games that I haven't watched. France, Australia, and Italy, Chile. No, we don't need to worry about watching that one. Scotland, Tonga was this morning. And England, Argentina. So, France, Australia, and England, Argentina. Those will be games worth watching that I haven't seen from this weekend. Scotland, Tonga possibly as well. But from last weekend, pick of the round last weekend was Scotland, Argentina. Fantastic game. All Blacks are doing just fine. Thank you very much. They lost one game on their autumn tours, and I'm happy with them. I'm glad they got an opportunity to get some of the players out on the field to get some more experience at the end after they'd lost the opportunity to win the Grand Slam. That meant that freed up Scott Robinson. Cody Taylor is a piece of shit, and Scott Robinson made him that, so I don't like Scott Robinson as an All Blacks coach, and everything that I feared about him hasn't quite come to pass. The Crusaders team, which he has coached through some incredible Super Rugby victories, have those teams have always just been dirty. They're always just dirty. And the shit that we saw from Cody Taylor this weekend in wearing the All Blacks jersey was exactly the stuff that Scott Robinson has coached Cody Taylor, the Crusader, to do since he was a Crusader. And now he's an All Black, and he's pulling that shit in the bottom of the rucks. It's dirty, and it's bad for the game, and I don't want any of our players doing that. If you can't win it legally, then don't bloody win it. Just get better. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. God, piss me off. Ref calls can flip everything in seconds. Absolutely. What you have to do. This is often this is what Dana White said early on, and when UFC was just starting to get big, and they were doing that reality show. Don't leave it in the ref's hands. If you leave it to the ref in a fight, but also in rugby, you don't know what the hell you're going to get. A ref call can flip everything in seconds, absolutely. So, be good enough that you're 3 tries ahead, and then it doesn't matter what the ref does. A bad call is not going to flip it. But if it's a evenly matched game, like the Lions tour this past summer, I suppose summer here in the Northern Hemisphere, the Lions came down, played Australia. They won one, they lost one, and there was one that literally came down to a flip of a coin, a referee decision. Absolutely. The Lions didn't get yellow carded the way I absolutely feel that they should have, but you left it to the referee. So it was the last play of the game. It was dangerous as hell. The guy should have been yellow carded, and the Australians should have had a chance to win that game, and probably would have won that game. They played very well. And so they played very well in 2 of those Lions games. But that Lions tour is going to go down in history as a 2-1 victory to the Lions. It absolutely was not. It was a draw. It was a win one, lost one, drew one, except for that referee call. Whoa, don't leave it to the referees. You're absolutely right. All right, we have new content for Icarus. Just dropped here in the last hour or two. So we have a 4.5 minute new lore trailer for Icarus. So I'm gonna put this on the full screen ish. I'm gonna squish it down so that the YouTube stream can get it as well. We're gonna watch together, live react to the new lore. Ooh, needles and enzymes. The world has been rocked by the news of the Icarian genocide, which we turned over, well, that was spoiler for the content, which I'm just working through at the moment. UDA immediately something Group 15 to await for their involvement in the cover-up. Await trial. They maintain that they had no knowledge of the crimes mentioned. So we, the player, helped uncover all of this.
This is Officer Chow, beginning today's session at 04:15.
I love these New Zealand accents.
Inmate 6795, Rebecca Clark. Group 15. Our third interview.
How are you feeling today, Clark? Hopefully a little bit more cooperative. Or, should I send you back to solitary? Alright. Evidence puts your group in a registered spot on Icarus. The press already has wind of it, so you might as well save us both the time and tell me what happened.
No comment.
Where is the main facility?
What were you doing down there?
That's above your clearance.
Don't play games.
You've been sitting in that box for weeks. You really think that silence is going to buy your way out?
I don't answer to washed up prospectors.
Maybe not, but you answer to UDA senior staff, and right now that's me.
If you think that anyone further up the chain is going to take you seriously, you're delusional.
Well, you brought this on yourself. You tried to
Wasn't
go
she
after
the one?
Sol. He made sure your secrets didn't stay buried.
And in doing so,
Sol's
you ruined
dead.
years of work.
You have no idea what you're
Sol,
doing.
the actor, passed
According to
away.
records, you left plenty of people down there.
It wasn't safe to bring them back.
Oh, convenient excuse.
It's the truth.
Nobody comes back the same. Anyone left down there, you won't get anything useful out of them.
Since you're in such a generous mood, let's talk about TPS. Reports tell me their presence on Icarus spiked since your scandal.
Fools.
TPS, that's a new faction?
Interesting. Especially considering some were caught this week with
Norix hardware on the ACS border. Want to explain
Norix
how
is
that
the
got
new
into their
stuff that came up in the
Don't tell me the group had nothing to do with riding them up.
Why should
in the
we
most
care?
recent DLC.
It's your headache now.
Besides, your prospectors have been feeding Norix for months.
Fine. Subspecies 1341.
Your group locked that entire sector
Down. Don't tell me you were involved.
Don't get your hopes up, Chow.
They're all dead. But they made excellent.
Dear subject.
Monster, you experimented on them?
You would have done the same in my place.
Enough! God, what's left for you, Clark? Your career is finished. The group's been wiped from Lagos. You're facing decades inside for the biggest cover-up in UDA history.
The group doesn't lose. You'll learn that, one way or another.
Shut up.
Hit a nerve. Funny.
Considering you left Sol back on Earth to
Take the fall while you...
play detective on Elysium.
Elysium, is that what you're calling it? Fitting. Anything else before I send you back?
The only thing left for you down there, Chow, is misery.
Is she the one that was
I
left
have a team ready to strip
on?
your operation
Well,
here.
for those
So
of you
whatever you
seeing the
bury
full
down
screen,
there,
this one here is that the same actor? This girl down here, that's Sol, who
one last time.
was our main contact. I think that's her. I think that's Chow.
Go to hell, Chow.
I'll save you a seat.
Fine. I'll find it myself.
Dangerous Horizons coming soon. New DLC, new map. Might watch that again later, see if that's... It's not as good as the last trailer. The first trailer was great. That one was very static interview. Anyway, all right, let's see where things left off when we left it last week. After completing the big event, we still have the boss to fight, which I think is like the next mission. So I will start that mission and then start prepping. It looks like the null sector is like out there ready for me to jump into and start the missions on that as well. But I'm going to finish the main story first, and then we'll go to the little side thing to go to the null sector. I didn't realize I was right at the end of the main storyline. Had I prepared a little bit better, I need a whole lot of cold steel stuff prepped for the fight against the big boss. That shouldn't be too hard. No, they don't make it easy. And the first time we did it with 4 of us, I think, and it was okay. And I know so much better, and I'm going to be better prepared. I'm just going to get a whole lot of these cold steel rounds here, so I probably want a few hundred of those each. Several hundred of those each. And I'll hang on to the obsidian rounds here. Now, to get the cold steel rounds, I'm going to have to go and get some super cooled ice. I think I'll just go and do that now. Oh, that's right. I can use my fancy Azeron control pad here. Do I have anything new? Did they put anything new into this? Where's my mouse gone? I've lost my mouse. Why have I lost my mouse? Why can't I move the... Okay. Something very weird going on there. Those are all good. These are locked. I've got to go and do more missions to unlock those. Those are locked behind content. I've done all the content. I've done much of the content, but not all of it. Lava Hunter Throne. What does it say it's locked behind? Prometheus Ashlands. I've done Ashlands, haven't I? Or is that the last one? Might be the last one. Oh, man, you're killing me here. Doesn't look like there's anything newly available to me. Mouse mutiny is certainly not helping anything, Alicia. You did right there. This one's locked behind stuff that's in the legendary hunts section, and so after I do null sector, that's where then we're going to get onto legendary hunts, and then we'll get into the new map. It's unbelievable. This game is ahead of me, right? I can't even keep up. It's got so much going on that it's 1:30 in the afternoon. I won't go just yet. What else do I need to do here? How is my... food? 9. Started watching that new... I suppose it's an anime. The Magnificent 9 or something along those lines. It was kind of fun. Not really an anime guy. Actually, I sat down to watch the rugby yesterday, and it wasn't open yet. Sorry, it wasn't available yet. It was too soon after the game, so they hadn't got the replay made available immediately. So I had to fill some time, which is why I was watching the Magnificent 9? I'm not sure. It's something 9. It's spelled 9 like no in German. Only 3 seasons of it are available yet. Nope, not 3 seasons. Only 3 episodes of it are available right now. So I watched those 3 episodes, then forgot that I was intentionally waiting for the rugby to become available. They all 3 hit him, and he didn't just die on the second one. And then sat down and watched, binged an entire season of a different show because I forgot my brain. Otherwise, I would have had all of the rugby watched before starting the stream here and having a wee chat about where things are at. Just killing time here till I can sleep and start out fresh in the morning to go and try and secure some ice. Oh, that's not fully grown yet. That was the only thing I think I needed. Carrots are almost full, corn is full, kumara is almost full, mushrooms. I could get kumara and mushrooms. Oh, soybeans. I definitely need to pick up the soybeans. Would not hurt. The kumara is not grown either. Soybeans are. Mushrooms are. I think that's all the mushrooms I needed to fill the stack. Legendary hunts sound like cabin service onboard hard mode. Yes. That's about right. Yeah, so we'll get to legendary hunts next. Where's that light coming from? It's coming through that. We got light coming in from the outside through the tile roof. I haven't touched the Legendary Hunts content yet, but it is all turned on. Alright, so there's the Legendary Hunts stuff. These guys. Operations. So this... That's null sector. But...
Prospector, we believe the suspect is sheltered
yeah,
near
this is the...
Prepare to drop everything and follow their trail immediately.
So that's the big bad boss there.
Prospector, we have need of your services once again. Our forward team has discovered a trail. The suspect is in this area. We believe they may be wounded. This is your chance to earn your place within the group. Failure will not be rewarded. After your performance on our last assignment, we are confident you will rise to the challenge.
And this is all null sector
It is
here.
time to close the book on this terrorist. Further instructions will follow shortly. Good luck.
What do we got? Got some cold steel. Got some cold steel ammo, but none of it's for the things that I want. Got some cold steel arrows. I will definitely take those.
Please proceed to the last known location of the criminal. You'll find it marked on your map.
Well, those are cold steel bolts. Should probably stash the cold steel arrows in there for the moment as well. Oh, there was a compound bow sitting in here that somebody could have taken. Oops. What is that? Oh, it's an audio log. Thank you for that. Between those two, that's in-house. Ah, this is... Thank you very much, Dev Delimited. That is... Oh, yep. I can even see that. Okay, that is a issue with... I can't even brain it right at the moment. What is the name of the capture situation? NDI, that's the one. It is, yeah, it's an NDI issue. I've had similar before, but they're both wired. Let's just see whether it's in the NDI settings themselves. Well, it's set to bandwidth lowest. That's probably not helping anything. Well, that looks like it might have done it. How's that look from your side now? I'm showing a really low bit rate. Instantly better. Okay, so that fixed the between the computers issue. Thank you very much for pointing that out. Not sure that it's working great because my stream manager also shows that I'm got a horrible bit rate at the moment, but that is external. At least that's not between the two machines. Appreciate that. Hunting rifle in there. Sledgehammer. Thank you very much. I have loved this game for a very long time. I am close to 2,000 hours in it, and yet I still haven't even got to the null sector, let alone the great hunts or the new content that we just watched the video for either. So looking forward to pitching in when that comes available. keep working my way through it. And it is time for sleep, so we'll get some sleep now, and then we'll run down to the ice, get some super cooled. You're a player? Are you a Icarus player? Maybe just a random good Samaritan that goes dropping in on people's streams and giving them tech suggestions. You love both the Null Sector and the Great Hunts. So I'm looking forward to that. You sit somewhere around the same couple thousand hours completed both. Fantastic. I appreciate that. I've actually completed. I'm on the very last mission of Prometheus here that I've just picked up. So I'm prepping packages for having some friends drop down and help me with the boss fight. But I've actually done it before because I helped a friend with their boss fight. So I have finished it. I've done the final mission. It's the only mission that I had done before I got to Icarus, before I got to Prometheus, was the final mission. And so now I'm just finally getting there myself. I've been working on achievements more than on all the mission stuff. But then the latest round of achievements that they dropped, doubling the total achievements of the game, included getting the story stuff done. So here we are doing that. Prometheus, not my favorite. Not my favorite. But I got friends that just go ape for the purple skies, so that's cool. And yes, we just watched the trailer for the new content that's coming up. Was it Dangerous Horizons, I think? And that gave spoilers for the end of the Prometheus campaign as well. So it's part of their own advertising now. Got it. Yeah, Null is well, I'm looking forward to it. Based on the achievements, I have some sense of the discovery kind of stuff that's required there, and that seems like fun. That seems up my path, up my alley. There goes all my food. Where's the eye? Running this Azeron, which is fantastic, but I can never remember where all the buttons are. New Elysium map. Yep, that seems to be what they're calling it. Cho was very dismissive of the name Elysium. Oh. Oh, I didn't fill up my thermos before I came in here, did I? Didn't. Button loadouts mid flight. That's there. I mean, there is, but there's a thing on the side of the Azeron that I can switch profiles with just one click. The thing is that there's so many buttons on this thing that I can't remember where I put all the ones that I don't use all the time. Yes, I very excited for a new map. Even with Null Sector is, I suppose, a new map in a way. It's like this map, but it's like pieces of this map that were hidden away. But this one, this Prometheus map, is the last new map we had, and we've had Null Sector and the Great Hunts come out since then, both major content drops. Without new maps, so new map is certainly. I'm looking forward to that. I wonder if the well, I don't wonder. I'm quite sure that the content that they just made available for an outpost, a coastal island outpost, probably goes along with the Elysium map, the stuff that they've been putting together for that. That's cool. I'm a little bit worried about the achievements that are pet based. I can't seem to keep a mount alive for the life of me. Like I stick them in a barn and they grow fine, but then you just got a mount that's stuck in a barn. It's not a very good mount at that point. You're playing on the aquatic outpost now. Cool. And it's an island, is it? Is that the... Oh, gosh, we're instantly very cold. Oh, I don't have my... my thermos or my... torch with me. I had when the guys came down, I shared... Oh, that's a polar bear. I shared out a bunch of equipment, and I didn't put it all back in my pockets. Yeah, outposts don't really seem to be worth it, and as you say, especially since open world, and so I'm here in an open world, and I really enjoy open world. I feel a little bit bad about it sometimes. All right, where did I put my house? A little bit bad about it sometimes because I was excited about the whole idea of session-based things. Like the start of a survival game is always the most interesting part of the survival game. So I like the idea of having to like re-survive every time. Oh, these take biofuel. But then, as soon as it's available, I came and... I should grab those, the empty can as well. As soon as it was available, I came and dropped onto the world and stayed there. I have had outposts. I've got the achievements for outposts, but I never really, like, found myself into outposts at all. Don't burn my house down. The only reason you play it is your brother planted a creative seed of building on one of the mini mountains. Cool. Cool. The great thing about sandboxes, right? You just... Have I got this, dude? I have not. Wondering what was going on with my light there. Look. Yep, more ice. Oh, I'm 23 kilos over? I'm way over. There we go. Did I leave anything interesting in there? No. Vespa vestige. Yeah, we'll take that. Wait, is this biofuel lantern providing heat? Didn't think it did. No? No, it's not. So the aquatic map, or at least the outpost, has enough going on that it's got mountains on it as well. That's cool. The outpost maps are they're not that small. They're not that small. They got plenty of space for stuff to be going on. Yep. big rocks, really. Those of us who live near adult-sized mountains, yeah. Yeah, I live in North Dakota these days. A small hill counts as a mountain around here. Glaciers came through and kind of smoothed out all the mountains. That's a pretty rough storm. Whoa! Oh, that was close. There's a there's a cave right around here somewhere, I think. You grew up on the Iron Range of northern Minnesota. Seattle now. Seattle-ish has some mountains that count as mountains. Gosh darn it. Hey, Copes. Been a while indeed. How are you doing? Speaking of Seattle-ish, I mean, at least we're... Yep, that's good. The health's good. You're more Seattle than me. Dev in here is just mentioned that he's in this Seattle area now. Yes, I also felt like that there was something getting in the way of my shots there. How's this? I'm gonna leave behind the exotics. Cobes is a whole lot closer to Seattle than I am, but not really Seattle-ish. And you're quite familiar with the Dakotas, what, other than the fact that you were from a state over. Oh gosh, it's out of the kettle and into the frying pan. We'll leave that storm. That storm can just do its thing out there. I'm gonna stay back here in the Arctic where it's warm. Pass through. Great. Passing through the Dakotas is rough. It's like somebody took the stamping tool from Photoshop and just like stamped the same thing for hundreds of miles. And just goes on and on and on and on. The only thing worse than the Dakotas is Wyoming. The Empire Builder. Nice. Oh yeah, that was you, Cobes. Yes. That was the wife's big trip, right? The All Blacks played in Chicago about 3 weeks ago. I wasn't able to go this year, but last time they were there, I went out and watched the game live. Perhaps I shouldn't go again, because that game was the game that the Irish team won for the first time in 100 years. The Irish rugby team beat the New Zealand rugby team for the first time in 100 years, and I went to see it. But anyway, they played again 3 weeks ago, and I'm hoping that they come back again in a few years, and I'll be going out to watch that one if they do. Yeah, we'll go. It's right at the tail end. The Empire Builder is an overnight, so it's a sleeper car kind of situation, even better. You want to tame a baby bluebelly? I have a baby blue. Oh, I have a grown-up now bluebelly. Oh, and I tamed an ubis the other day as well. Should check in on that ubis. I named my ubis Anne. So now it's Anubis, the god. Slow clamp, yeah. Alright, so now I've got some super cooled ice. I can get some more iron going. Some more steel going, I should say. And make a whole bunch of cold steel rounds. We'll make sure everybody's kit has got alterations on it, so that when the guys come back to join me, they can be properly fitted out, and we're going into the lava region, so I can prioritize that kind of alteration. Some anti-heat alterations can go on there. So that's my goal here in the next few sessions that I have, would be to build a whole bunch of cold steel ammunition and alter the gear sets that I've got for my friends that are going to come and drop in with me, so that they have good quality stuff. One of them's got heavy obsidian gear, one of them's heavy obsidian armor, so it's already good. Actually, it might be worth making them all heavy obsidian instead of the composite. When I had them helping me deal with the hordes of critters coming to the base where the laser comes down, the obsidian gear wasn't much chop there because it's the swamps and the miasma and stuff, but it will be good out in the volcanic area. One of the guys that dropped in with me tamed an ubis during our mission and then took it with him. I didn't even know that was a thing. So I might have to get one of those outposts and take my mount there just so that I can level it up for the achievements in safety. Cannot keep a mount alive to save myself. Apparently, all you have to do is walk them up to just ride them up to a pod, and they're ready to load in. There's nothing like special about it at all. You don't need a cryo chamber or anything. You just walk them to a drop pod. I was almost disappointed with how easy it was. Not a drop pod, sorry, like the one that you call down, a delivery pod, the one that comes from the orbital. Did that cat go back inside? No, it didn't. Alright, go back inside now. So he showed me with his one. All right, we just called down a pod. And he walked the thing up and clicked on the pod and sent it. That was it. Okay. Yeah, nearby. That was, yeah, exactly. Oh my god. Somehow I expected that to be harder. Wait, where did all these things come from? Let's grab that, because that was the heat that I was missing in the desert, in the Arctic just now. Well, that's useful. Where's the casing stuff? Not deployables, not mission items. Tools? No. Alright, let's make a trophy. Arctic Vespers, don't have them finished. Oh, Plains Equinox. I could definitely be... Oh, lots of stuff that I can get here. Lots of stuff that I can still unlock in the journal. But I've got all the stuff in the journal for the things. The things with the things. You got yep, a whole cavalry brigade there. They're all built the same for speed. Yeah, that's it. That's a pretty solid reason to have a mower. Let's see what we've got here. Armor for these guys. There's no armor in there. There's only one set of armor in there. And that's the obsidian. That's just regular obsidian. What about the heavy obsidian? And where is the other armor? Oh, did I put it? I did put it in there, because I was waiting for alterations. Heavy obsidian. Plus 90% fire resistance while in lava. So that'll defend you from being in the lava itself. Yeah, well, let's make one of them. Oh, I've got no unprocessed obsidian. That's fine. Ah. Okay, that makes sense. I don't keep pets. I mean, I don't keep melts because I can't keep them alive. But that does make sense. What is going on out here? Zoom everywhere, no time to mess about. I mean, I run pretty fast, and I have, like, the never-ending stamina build. I just haven't found that having a mount has been worth the hassle in almost every case. It's just something else to have to try and keep alive. But I know plenty of people that swear by it, who are completely in agreement with you. Yeah, they do move pretty quick, and if you can keep their stamina up, which, you know, with the right build and the right food, that makes sense. Alright, I was going to go and buy some obsidian. Yes, I will, Alicia. I fully intend to be having no problems at all when it comes to actually fighting this lava. creature thing. One other key is filling your pockets with small pouches full of mats to the point of ridiculous over-encumbrance, and then riding the mount at full speed. Yeah, that is faux show. Makes a lot of sense there. Because they're not encumbered by your encumbrance, so have at it. Okay, need some rope. I'll just make the rope here. Collect all your electric miners in one go. Oh, yeah, okay. I can see value in that, even if it's not a fast one. Doing it in a single circuit, that sure makes sense. When they're spread out all over the map, I've only got a marker on the titanium one because the others are all sort of in here, but still. All right, let's get some sleep, and then what do I gotta make? I gotta make. Don't tell the devs though; they'll take away our fun encumbrance. Yeah, I think they probably know about it at this point. They play a fair amount themselves, which is, I think, cool. Take away all our toys. Uh. Okay. Get electrical cables that go inside and are running miners, but the door's sealed up. Yeah. Well, on the upside, that door being resealed, goes along with respawning all of the all of the minerals in here. Had an entire cabinet full of composites gone? Oh, no. Oh, that's a big suck. But it didn't spawn in. It spawned in all the minerals again, but not... But not an exotics. I had to put the stairway here so I could remember where the bees were, because the bees disappear regularly. Or the beehive disappears regularly. It just goes invisible. And you've just got bees spawning in you while you're trying to gather stuff up. Don't know where they're coming from. But it always spawns in the same place. That's right, I came here for the iron, and there's actually iron to be gathered up as well, so I might as well... Yeah, it's a pain, the bee thing. They're stupid, they're annoying, they can't really do anything to you, but man, they're a pain in the butt sometimes. Like, I'm just trying to get some stuff here, just... I don't want to bother you, or your nest, I don't want your honey. Stupid Icarus. It's almost like this little moon's got it in for us. Can't imagine why Icarus would have it in for us. Alright, pockets are full. And I'm encumbered. Perfect time to head back to base. And make some steel, turn it into cold steel ammo. Yes, it is absolutely the a classic there, and you you get frustrated by it because you love it so much. Same for Satisfactory. Eco I only played like one round of. It didn't grab me hugely. Satisfactory, I played through 3 or 4 times, with each new update. Yep, I'm with you on that one. Satisfactory was great, and it just change this little, just fix this thing here. Oh, I bet all these fires went out. Oh, that one went out because it ran out of wood. Not because of a storm. Oh yeah, there's an issue. It says that I'm close to 4 fires right now. But that one is clearly gone out because of a storm. Buggity bug. Eco was better a couple years ago, but the devs Toxic Players really ruined it. Toxic Players, huh? I never ran into. We played through with a small group of us, just us. So we never ran into any unknown players. But yeah, dev's long and hard, right? Team changes, priorities change, how much you love what you're doing changes. I started all those fires, but I didn't pick up the charcoal that was already there. Put in a request to get a way of making gunpowder that didn't use actual charcoal that we could maybe grind up some coal for or something like that. And they said it was implemented. And then I went out to the desert to try and run a desert situation, and yeah, go for it. And in the desert where there's no wood, it's hard to make charcoal. It's hard to make enough gunpowder to be viable in the desert. So they closed that suggestion as implemented, and it never was. Convert wood to sticks first. You get plus 20% output from sticks versus wood, huh? Good to know. Yeah. Alright. See if I got any wood sitting around at the moment, because they needed to be loaded up. Nope. I got space though. So let's go and get some wood. I hear a storm. Ooh, that's right, I've got an electric fireplace. I bet that could handle quite a lot of charcoal. It's more about the speed of it than anything. You can fit more into a bigger one, like a fire pit. They've got huge amounts of space in them. But I don't know that you're better off with one fire pit or like three of the little campfire things. They're cheap and easy, and I suspect they make the charcoal faster. 3 of them at a time make the charcoal faster, that is, rather than as opposed to one pit. Even though the amount you can contain is way better. Uh-oh. Now I set the forest on fire. Why are you still dropping them? My inventory's not full anymore, is it? Oh yeah, it is. Look at that. Where are the sticks going now? I've got inventory spaces. Hey, they didn't fall through the world. Aye, aye, aye. Okay, that's that one. So, gonna get more charcoal per thing here, but I could get like 5 stacks of wood into here and then go to the other side of the map, and this would churn out charcoal. I'm gonna get more per stack here, but I'm not gonna get nearly as much in total in here. And wood is cheap, man. But fire pits, that's fair. Yep. Yep. Oh, I left this fire on. Unloading it all in here, and it apparently can't make charcoal. Yeah. I mean, I've had lots of charcoal here in this game, but man, I go through it. But I do throw out sticks and fiber as well. So, like, if I stopped doing that, then I'm sure I would have had less of an issue. But charcoal and gunpowder is going to be an issue here. So let's make fire pits because actually, you know what? Let's check the. You can make it in the new stone brick fireplace, but not in the. Oh, wait, it says you can make it in the electric fireplace. Oh, from spoiled meat, you can make charcoal in the fireplace. But not from sticks. That's because you're turning it into it directly. I bet the fireplace, the new stone brick fireplace, which I haven't made, so I should make one of those just so that it's done. There's stone brick. That burns a resource, so that should make charcoal. I think the burn rate is the same on all, but could be wrong. It's just a matter of how much space there is, right? And those fire pits are good. They go outside and they have more space in them than. Actually, they have more space in them than a fireplace does. Than a regular one, but the stone brick, I've never messed with the stone brick fireplace, so I'm not sure on that. Stone brick has a nice aesthetic. Yeah. Did I just make one of those? No? Oh, I'm short by one brick. Let's see. Oh, it's quite large. Oh, it's a corner piece. No, it's not a corner piece. Okay. I could see that. A little spendy. We'll put it there. Well, that's got a lot of slots in it. That's got a lot of slots in it. All right, let's play with some sticks. Let's go and get the sticks out of this one because they're no good in here. Oh yeah, that's fun. Yeah, I can't see any problem with that. So you say you do the interiors in stone brick, so you like you're leaving a gap. So your exterior is whatever your exterior is, and then you're leaving a full gap. You got a like a 1 unit space for your insulation to go into. Don't look flooring. Yeah. Only the roof needs to be steel or concrete with an overhang. So the stone brick has got good protection. I like the clay, both for the roof and for the floor, for the deck. I haven't made a steel here, but the stone brick is almost as strong as concrete, isn't it? We've got 3,500 versus 4,000 durability. What's the difference in their storm protection? Is it just wind loading? Is that the difference? 15% temperature insulation, 100% tree fall. Interesting. Completely immune. So stone brick's got a 65% wind damage resistance. Scoria is only 50%. But I don't run into, and the clay brick's 65 as well. I don't run into any problems with these. These are all completely unscathed by anything. Oh, look, that one's taken a hit somewhere at some point. And that's clay brick there. Scoria. No damage on these. And we've definitely had... Oh, look, the roof's all damaged, though. Alright, alright. I think that's clay as well. Yep. Well, I've been down here a while. On hard. I think I've seen Cat 6s come through. What I got to watch for is that there's a ceiling here, and I don't actually see the top level of the roof, so got to be careful that stays. I stay on top of checking that. But the steel ones, so steel doesn't damage. Is that what you're... and the concrete... Does concrete have a roof? Steel roofing. Interesting that it doesn't damage, because it doesn't say that it's got storm resistance or wind damage resistance. It doesn't say that it's got any at all, let alone really good. Concrete ramps and stairs, but no concrete roof. That is the steel roof that goes with the concrete, right? Right. Steel roof does complex dormers. From a single piece, or... I've tried to do dormers before, and they just don't work. It didn't even occur to me that the steel might have more things in its single attachment, a single, single whatever it was. Make one now. Of course, all the steel that I just made has turned into cold steel, which is what it was supposed to do, but... So make like 8 and play? Yeah. I could be down with that. I mean, I like shapes for stuff. And I do like some shaped roofs. And I've tried to make like actual dormers with the half pieces so that you've got like a second story that you could like put a little cutout window out of to like a dormer, like that is an actual dormer. I will have to do that. Save the steel for now. Need more sulfur. I think what I need to do is just kill some time at this point, because the charcoal and the sulfur mine just need to do their things. All the shapes can be done with a steel roof without making specific pieces. That has some advantages, although the steel is expensive. That's interesting. She was like origami for architects. Indeed, Alicia, that was clever. All right, let's see what am I going to do for attachments for these guys. None of these attachments seem particularly useful. I think we'll just go with the recovery attachment. 2 composite, 4 epoxy, 4 rope. Composites, rope. Alicia is a streamer AI. Yeah, yep, she is. She is an AI. She says that she's an AI. I mean, she's a bot. But she's smarter than your average bot. She can be feisty. She can be. Her settings are pretty calm at the moment. But we could feisty her up for sure. Yeah, she's not that kind of bot. But if somebody comes in here talking, so she won't block the spam. There are other mechanisms for that. I don't think I have any of them turned on. But if somebody comes in here and starts something, she'll handle that in a way that a bot can't, that a regular bot can't. I might have given her mod ability. So she might have the ability to do that. I don't know. What do we want to put on the arms? What attachment goes on the arms for this stuff to fight the lava boss. Oh, not that one, because I can't get the slime. %20 reduced wear rate of items seems useful. That seems like a good way to go. Guns can wear out pretty quick. Let's go with that one. So we need some iron, some leather, some screws, and a carbon fiber. Oh, that's going to use up all the sulfur there. And I don't have any more in there. Well. This fireplace definitely looks like it belongs in a medieval kitchen. Maybe try the titanium crossbow as well. It's not like we don't have resources. Need more epoxy though. And for that I need to kill some critters or get more sulfur, but the sulfur's all going on. Sulfur's all going into gunpowder right now, so... Crossbow is your jam, is it? Interesting. How the store-bought red one has a reload speed that absolutely crushes everything else. That makes sense. Yep. Yeah, the original idea... crossbow doesn't match your fireplace. The titanium crossbow doesn't match my medieval fireplace, yeah. The original idea with the dropping down with nothing and restarting every time was great. Hey Crow, welcome in. I really loved it, but then I choose to play the open world, so it's a... I wish that the gear that you could make at tier 4 on the ground was the best possible one. I wish it was like that was just the rule, was that the best stuff was tier 4 altered gear. Tier 4 with alteration bench stuff on it. I just want that to be the best way. But when you play in an open world now, that tier 4 stuff becomes way easier to obtain and carry into multiple missions. So you might as well make the stuff that you can drop down and have before the mission even starts as good coming off the space station. But I loved the idea of every time was a fresh drop. It was just like you in your skin. Yeah. Yep. I feel exactly the same way. There it is. One titanium crossbow. Nope, there it isn't, because I don't have space for all of this stuff. Try that again. You ever need a spear polisher? Goodness. Alicia. I'm thrown. Crow, how's your day been? Has the weather like completely closed in on you yet? I think we're expecting 2 inches tomorrow, which is not the first of the year, but it's probably like the beginning of it just being snow and ice all through to February. I think that starts tomorrow. Ugh, out of epoxy, gosh. Snow coming Thursday. I used up all the epoxy on that crossbow. Alright. In the absence of sulfur... Well, I suppose it's absence of sulfur from the mine. I could probably find some laying around, can't I? You can see snow from there, but it rarely arrives, yeah. I used to live in Vancouver, the other one. And we didn't get a lot of snow there either. Coasts are great. I used to live in New Zealand, and where I lived in New Zealand, we never saw snow, ever. Not ever, ever, ever. But, you know, again, being close to the ocean, it just moderates the temperatures and stops from getting too cold or too hot, for that matter, very easily. It does put lots of moisture into the air, though, so when the snow comes, it's messy. Up here, though, yeah, we don't get... So we're much drier than where you're at, Crow. Much, much drier. And we don't get a huge amount of snow. But what we do get freezes to ice and then stays here for 5 months. Yeah, the lakes don't seem to moderate the temperature in the same way the ocean does. Over here, we're quite likely for it to not get above freezing from Christmas to Valentine's Day. Like that, you know, we just got 2 months of it will be below freezing every day. But not a huge amount of snow. Not like northern Michigan. Oof. Northern Minnesota. Not like northern Michigan either, for that matter. No, you don't want it melting and freezing. You don't want it melting and freezing. That's definitely not. That's a bad day. And we'll just let that sit there at the moment with that amount in it. Alright, legs. What are we going to do, legs? We're going to do aerodynamic. Yes. Minus stamina when running and jumping. Thanks for the follow, Dev. Have a good one. Aerodynamic. Okay, so we need some copper nails, no problem. 2 steel, 1 carbon fiber. Have a good night, sir. Ma'am. Dev. Something's attacking my greenhouse. Tell you, that skill that highlights your arrows after you shot them. Love it. Love it. The steel automatically turned into cold steel because there was super cooled ice in there. Let's try that again. Oh, it is 9:20. That is a good time to dim the cabin lights for departure. Let's get these last pieces made here, and then we'll do something about that. Alright, let's put the head in, and we're going to go with the recovery attachment. There's another something or other attacking my stuff again. Stop breaking my things, man. And the boots with the fur. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. Crow, it is 25 past 9, and I've got a couple of things to do before my 10 o'clock bedtime. Time to call it. Good to see you. It's my kid's birthday tomorrow. I have the night off from rehearsal, but I will be doing birthday stuff rather than streaming again. I'm called in for rehearsal on Tuesday. I might be free on Wednesday, so I might be back Wednesday. Kava, hey, I saw you jumped into Icarus. Speaking of long time no see, I saw you started up Icarus today. How did that go for you? Was it today? I might have mixed it up. Might have been yesterday. Yeah, so I see you pop up every so often in my Steam notifications. I'm prepping my open world to take down the boss of the main storyline Prometheus, with me and a couple of mates. So I would probably have an empty slot if anybody wanted to jump in. Awesome. Yeah, good time. Well, I mean, I said I was about to say it's a good time where there's a new map coming out, but if she's just jumping in, then she's going to be a long way from getting to the new map, the 4th map. So, but cool. Yeah. You caught me just as I'm wrapping up for the evening, but I would definitely be interested in. She's so hooked. It's great, man. It's such a good game. Yes, it's been great to see you as well, Crow. Sorry, I don't catch you more often with the rehearsal schedule. It's completely thrown all of my routines out the window. But I'm absolutely loving being back in a town where they have a small community theater, and I can go and join in. It's been how I got to know the community and make friends at like everywhere that I've lived since I was little, since I was in grade school. But then when we went to Oklahoma, we were just like in this big city, and I worked from home, and I never left the damn house, and there was no community theater, and there was semi-professional theater. There was theater, and we went to some shows, but that was like that was not for Joe Schmo off the street to just rock up to an audition. Cool. All right, Kava. I will ping you to see if you're interested when I am going back to take on this boss, to see if you want to come and join us. It will probably be like the 11th of December, something like that, like the week after I finish on the show that I'm preparing for at the moment. And it's the 23rd of November now, so I really need to get my lines sorted out. Okay, guys. Great to see everybody. Thank you for being here. I will be back again on Sunday, if not before. I'm hoping I'll be here on Wednesday as well. Take care. Hug your loved ones. See you later.